Cathedral of St. Sophia, exterior. History of the cathedral. The Cathedral of St. Sophia in Novgorod is the oldest Russian church. According to the First Novgorod Chronicle, it was erected in 1045 through 1050 by order of Prince Jaroslav, his son Vladimir and Archbishop Luca. It was the first stone structure in Novgorod. Masters with close ties to the Byzantine Empire are said to have been invited from Kiev. When the first wooden temple of St. Sophia burned away, it was replaced by a new and larger church, erected inside the Ditanets, or Novgorod Kremlin. It immediately became not only the center of the religious and political life of the city, but also its architectural symbol. This is concisely and precisely reflected in the statement, quote, "Where there is St. Sophia, there is Novgorod," unquote, made by Prince Mstislav the Bold in the 13th century. Architecture of the cathedral. The building materials used and technology applied to erect the Novgorod St. Sophia Cathedral are similar to those used in Kiev. It consists of stone masonry and wide flat bricks cemented with lime mortar, mixed with finely ground red brick that gives it a pinkish color. Because of the wider use of cobblestones, the Novgorod masonry looks simpler and rougher. However, all the arches and vaults are made using a classical technique with hidden intermediate brick courses, resulting in a striped surface. Flat bricks made of pale-colored clay were brought from Kiev. Darker bricks were of local production. The remains of brick-making kilns were discovered by archaeologists not far from the bell tower. The Cathedral of St. Sophia is a complex structure. A cross-dome system of Byzantine temples taken as its basis was changed to meet the requirements of the prince. First Kiev and then Novgorod needed a temple which, like the Hagia Sophia Basilica in Constantinople, could become the main temple of the area. That is why it was dedicated to Sophia, the wisdom of God, and not some other saint or feast. The prince needed a spacious temple that could amaze the visitor with its wealth and splendor. Both cathedrals of St. Sophia are 5-nave buildings with galleries, staircase towers, and large choir lofts. Both of them are many dome structures necessary to light a complex multifunctional space. Moreover, this is added to the originality and solemnity of their exteriors. The Novgorod St. Sophia Cathedral is smaller, but higher than its prototype in Kiev. The side of its central square is 6.1 meters, and its height amounts to 36.5 meters. It is surrounded by only one tier of 2-story galleries, the exterior archways of which were filled with masonry. In the southwestern corner of the galleries, there is a stair tower, and in the others, there are side chapels. 5-dome composition. The cathedral is crowned with 1 large and 4 small domes. The 6th dome sits on the stair tower built on the periphery of the entire composition. The drums with window apertures are decorated with belts of blind arches. Today, the helmet-shaped domes are covered with copper instead of lead. In accordance with tradition, the central dome, dating back to 1408, is gilded. Its cross is crowned with a sculpture of a dove symbolizing the Holy Spirit. According to legend, a dove in need of rest sat down on the cross of the cathedral. On seeing the cruel killing of the people of the rebellious city by the troops of Ivan the Terrible, the dove froze in horror. Later, the Mother of God appeared to one of the monks and said that as long as the dove remained on the cross, the city would be protected. During World War II, Novgorod was occupied by Nazi Germany. Many monuments, including the Cathedral of St. Sophia, were devastated. The gilded cover of the dome was used to make souvenirs. The cross of the central dome was taken to Spain and not returned until 2004. Southern facade. On the southern facade, one can see how the ceiling of the gallery and of the main body of the temple provide the transition from the wall to the 5-dome composition. The rhythm and shape of the rounded gables, similar to the outlines of the domes, underlined by a sawtooth brick course, prepare you to appreciate the dome composition. The wall itself is divided into vertical sections by means of projecting pilaster strips, corresponding to the internal pillars of the temple, and creating a clear rhythmic pattern of the facade.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?